What's going on, YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Teen Titans issue number 2, which is technically the third issue in this run, but it doesn't really matter at this point. So yes, I explained previously that I'm going back and covering the issues that I haven't covered in this run. So we're now on to issue 2 of Teen Titans. So the description reads, this is the second part of the Damian Knows Best arc. Part 2, Ra's al Ghul forces make their move, but are Damian the newly assembled Teen Titans ready to take on such a deadly threat? So this one dives more into the threat that's going on here. They've kind of set this up from issue, like they said to bring the team. Last issue was talking about the threat, and now we're going to find more about like these opponents that are hunting down the Teen Titans. So as the issue opens up, we see Damian here. He has a conversation with his mom. You can kind of see the sadness here because his dad never showed up for his birthday. His mom's there is like, we can bring you back to the league, and he doesn't want anything. He doesn't want to be the league. He chose to be the Batman life, and you can see kind of this consistent conflict. He's still upset that his dad wasn't even there for his birthday, and that's a real dick move. Not even a call or anything like, hey, happy birthday, son. So Damian's kind of forced to choose between these two paths that are constantly pulling him both ways, and you can see kind of the sadness. So I like this bit. I like this conversation he has with Talia. She's not outright trying to kill him there. She kind of gives him a gift to let him know who's hunting him down. He tries to tell the Teen Titans about this, and we find out that they're being hunted by a group known as the Demon's Fist, which is a school of assassins presided over by Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul himself, however you want to say it. And basically, they're just a bunch of... They're kind of like Ra's al Ghul's version of Teen Titans, who unfortunately never really showed up again after this arc, which is kind of surprising. I would have liked to have seen more of this group. So we'll go over the different rosters. There's somebody named Blank, who's an albino shapeshifter, whose target is Beast Boy. We have Stoned, super strength earth mover. He is shielded by rocky armor. His target is Starfire. We have Plague. Her disease touch will rust metal, rot wood, crumble, stone, decay skin. Her target is Raven. Nightstorm, he can bend the weather kind of like a weather wizard. His to his will, weaponize it into a hard wind or gusting himself into flight. Target Kid Flash. And then Mara, who we later find out is Mara al Ghul, who's Damian's cousin, who never shows up again. Whatever happened to her? Like, she seemed like she could have been interesting. Skilled swordsman, martial arts, devilishly brilliant mind. Target is Robin. This is who you're dealing with. So we see that they think something's hiding. They're like, how do you know so much about the League of Assassins? Damian, there's a few funny bits right here. Beast Boy and Kid Flash are instant buddies, talking, joking around and stuff. Sure don't mean the son of Batmite, don't do this, blah, 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 blah. Raven tries to tap in to see what's going on with Damian's mind. I like this shot right here where you see Raven senses that there's a conflict in him. There's also a fear that there is the fear that Damian has that he could become something other, something wicked, like Ra's al Ghul, which... Again, this is a major part of his character, which seemingly is forgotten when later Teen Titans issues come out, because it seems like that's kind of gone. He just is, kind of regressing so much. That's why he doesn't want to be like Ra's al Ghul, because he is terrified of that lifestyle. And he's definitely upset. Get out of my head. You don't know anything about me. Starfire is there to kind of console him and just like, look, Dick says you're all these things. Let's take it easy there. He's talking about me as though you're trying to convince yourself I'm worth listening to. You don't have a choice. Damian's like, look, you're all going to get killed because you're all going to be hunted down as part of, the Demon's Fist. They're coming for you. It's part of their passage. So then they all come through, and Damian's shocked that they're able to find him, but we find out that Mara al Ghul she put a tracker on Kid Flash. And we also... So the team's there, they're facing off these different opponents, and we find out the truth is that Damian's like, I've created a team, you had a team, but you're there, you don't know me, you only used to know I used to be. They're like, what is she talking about, Ryan? Because Damian hasn't told them at this point that, well, he hasn't gotten there yet, that the Demon's Fist was supposed to be him, and then they find out that Damian's actually the grandson of Ra's al Ghul. A whole lot of them are like, wait, what the crap? Claim to be the son of Batman. I am, it's complicated. He's like a goodbye. And Raven's kind of the only one who understands him, because that's always kind of been Raven's character, who she's kind of torn in that way too. Like, she's got her father Trigon's destiny. Now I understand Robin must choose between his knotted bloodlines, and so she's kind of the only one of this group who kind of understands him, at least at this point, more so than the others when you give him a chance. So then, explosion happens, Damian gets free, they think Robin has abandoned them. Then he comes back with his little plane here. What are you waiting for? You're a difficult person to trust, yada, yada, yada. So, again... So he's there, he's like, I had a choice, follow in the footsteps of the world's greatest crime lord or the world's greatest detective, and you know what he did? I chose the Batman. He chose Batman. That is an important thing, which the current stuff is kind of forgetting about. But, yeah, so that's I really don't like that. But, yeah, it was important that he developed and chose the Batman path. He's set in stone. This is how it should be going forward. and yet we completely threw that away. No, I gotta focus on this issue. I'm sorry, it's kind of tough, knowing where things end up going. But yeah, that's the issue. And like I said, I really like this issue too. There's some nice, like I said, this series so far, the first couple issues, it's really kicking it into high gear. It's moving at a quick pace. Like I said, it's moving at a brisk pace. There's plenty of action. There's some good arts. There's some nice character moments. The people are getting to know each other. It feels like there's a ticking clock element to it, which, makes it more exciting to read. And right now, as I'm talking about, I want to go and read, like, the next issue right away and see where the arc is going. Whereas, like, the current stuff, I'm dreading the next thing. Like, this one, I'm actually excited. I'm like, okay, so now we're getting things. We're going to start to get to know each other. We can work things together as a team. So he brought them together. Kidnapping it wasn't necessarily the nicest way to do it, but he did it to kind of exploit their weaknesses, and also because, well, they're in danger because they're going to be hunted by the Demon's Fist. So I like this. Again, I would have liked to have seen more of this group in future issues, but we'll cover those when we get to them. So yeah, I like this issue. I think it's pretty good. I think we're moving at a really brisk pace. I feel like this team gels so much faster. Then again, a lot of these people like Raven, Starfire, and Beast Boy have already worked together plenty of times beforehand, so I think they work together quite well. I like Beast Boy and Kid Flash's friendship, which has seemingly been forgotten too. And there's just so much that was good at the start of Rebirth that's just kind of forgotten about now. I hope whatever kind of reboot or relaunch that we kind of go through, that they're able to fix things and bring things back to a better, because like I said, this is a lot better than the current stuff. I'm enjoying this stuff quite a bit. But anyways, what are your thoughts on this issue? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, take care now. Bye bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.